Alright, so the last video is going to be 10 through 13. So 10 is kind of long, right? So we're just going to have to break it up a little bit and just try to eliminate and make the most sense of it as we can. So again, we use our answer choices to help us. There is one typo again. Sorry, guys. The word here should not be the word technology. It should be nature. So we are talking about a fashion magazine and a nature magazine. Okay, so that should be nature, not technology. I'm so sorry for all the typos. We try to get this related to you, like your test, and just sometimes we make mistakes. So a fashion magazine prints 8 issues per year. So fashion, all right, and nature magazine prints 6 per year. The total number of pages in all the issues of fashion magazines is 12 more than the total number of pages in the nature magazine. Right? Each issue of the fashion magazine has 9 fewer pages than each issue of the nature magazine. Which system of equation can be used to find F, the number of pages in each issue of the fashion magazine, and N, the number of pages in each of the nature magazines. So F for fashion, N for nature. Pretty simple, right? So I know that fashion has 8 issues per year. So 8's going to go with what letter? So I need 8F, right? And then 6 is going to go with what? Print 6 issues per year, nature. So 6N. Okay, so I'm looking at all of my answer choices, and I know that 8 goes with F and 6 goes with N. So we can just start eliminating since there is so many words. Here, N has 8. No, that doesn't work. 8 cannot be it. Here, 6 has N, 6 is N, 8F, that works. 6, here we go. I should have, 8 should be with F. This is 6F, 8N. That's backwards. That doesn't work. Here I have 8F and 6N. Okay, so just by matching what needs to be there, we can already eliminate, okay, because I know there's a lot of words going on. The next part of information that might be a little easier for us to interpret is that each issue of the fashion magazine has 9 fewer pages than each issue of the nature. So 9 fewer than each issue of the nature magazine, right? So I know fashion has, so that's telling me that's my total. My fashion has 9 fewer. Fewer means I should have minus 9. So I need to see minus 9, right? And they both have minus 9. So let's kind of think about this. Fashion magazine has 9 fewer pages than each of the nature. So I take the nature, right? And I subtract 9 in order to get the fashion, right? Because it's 9 fewer than the nature. And then that's how many fashion will have. Fashion magazine has 9 fewer. Or is it take the fashion, subtract it, and then that's how many nature? No, right. So it should be the fashion magazine has, that's my equal sign, 9 fewer than each of the nature magazines. So we take away from the nature. So your answer would be D. And again, I haven't even gotten to really breaking down the other equation, but it is a lot of words and it can be confusing. So if you can just take what you know you need to have based on your keywords, just take the information that you know you need to have and eliminate. And that way you don't really stress. Okay? So the last ones we're doing are number 11 through 13. So 11, a bag of 15 coins consisting of nickels and pennies. The total value of coins is 63 cents. Which system of equations can be used to determine the number of nickels and NP pennies in the bag? So again, when you have nickels and pennies and it equals up to an amount, 63 cents, remember, well, how much are nickels worth? Nickels are worth how much? 5. And pennies are worth how much? 1. Remember, your cents go with cents, go with cents. Money goes with money, goes with money. So you can eliminate based off that. Pennies are worth a cent, right? So pennies should be worth a cent. So which ones can you eliminate? All right. And then total, you should have 15 coins. Well, what kind of coins do you have? You have nickels and pennies for a total of 15. So go on ahead and figure out, is it B or C? Circle the right answer. All right. This one, which of the following graphs represents in a system of equation that has no solution? Remember, we have no solution when the lines do not touch, right? So here, I see that they touch, so it can't be that one, right? Here, I only see one line, right? That must mean that the lines are stacked on top of each other. That doesn't have no solution. That has infinitely many, so it can't be that one. So now I'm left with these two. They both don't touch. However, by looking at this one, if I was to keep going in this direction, moving up to the left and just keep going this direction, don't you think they would probably eventually touch? Right? Somewhere up here, they probably eventually touch. Right? So they probably would eventually touch. So would this be no solution? No, it would not. It's these. These are parallel. They're moving at the same rate in the same direction. Those lines never touch, meaning we have no solution. So it's A. All right, and the last one. So the two line segments in the graph were derived from the information. Jenny has a total of 6 coins in nickels and in dimes. So they actually give you the equation. Nickels, I think this is supposed to be a D, and dimes equals 6. And the number of nickels is twice the number of dimes. So nickels is twice the number of dimes. So they actually give us both equations. Then they graph it. So again, we know we have a solution when there's an intersection. So we can kind of look here. Here, my x's, they're talking about nickels, right? So this point right here would be 1, 2, 3, 4, comma, how many did we go up? 1, 2, 4, comma 2. So remember, the x, this is your x-axis, this is your y. So the x is talking about nickels. Remember, it's always x comma y. So the x would be 4, right? So nickels would be 4, and dimes, which is the y, would be 2. So you can go on ahead and mark your answers. If for some reason you had a hard time reading the graph, guys, put the equation into the Desmos. I could make this an x, make this a y, and so I made n dx, I make n dx again, make d the y, plug it in, right? So plug it in here. So put in x plus y equals 6, and then x equals 2y, and again, still get the same answer, 4 comma 2, and I just have to remember that, oh, nickels, I used x, so x is 4, and then dimes, I used y, so then just remember, would it be A, B, or D? So I'll let you pick that one, and that is all.